Yo, what's up? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind. Check it out. As you can see, I'm out and about today, so I'm going to make this one quick. Just wanted to let you guys know that I saw the new Venom trailer that apparently just dropped today, where you get a good look at Venom, I think for the first time. And damn, he looks ugly. I mean, he looks nasty, man. Dude looks like, he looks all pasty and sticky, and then, you know, the little nasty drippy tongue comes out and everything. And honestly, that's probably very accurate, you know, to what he looked in the comic. I believe it was Todd McFarlane, you know, who drew him. And that's the way he's presented. But honestly, I'm not sure if general audiences are going to flock to a movie to see this nasty looking thing, man. I don't know. You know, I can see, you know, comic dudes, you know, fanboys, you know, going to see it and everything, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a blockbuster to me. I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, Tom Hardy is the man. You know, I don't know what you know, what other people say. I kind of liked him as Bane, you know, in the Dark Knight series, you know, but I think he did a good job, by the way, you know, but, and he's a very, very good actor. So, you know, I mess with him, man. I like him. So if anyone can pull it off, it would be Tom Hardy. But I'm not sure. You know, I guess we will see. You know, it definitely looks exciting. It looks intense. You know, either way, I'll be there. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's that. You know, and also, I want to talk about the news that I heard recently that the Solo, you know, a Star Wars story, our Alden Ehrenreich let it slip that he is signed on to do 2 more movies after this. So the whole Solo saga could be a trilogy. That's a scary concept. You know, but there it is, you know, and the article is in Esquire.com or Esquire magazine. I'll leave the link in the comment section so you can see it for yourself. But, you know, it just made me think, if he is going to be in a trilogy playing Han Solo, then this is going to be Han Solo for a new generation, you know. So in the end, I do think that's the end game. You know, with Disney and Lucasfilm, with this new batch of Star Wars movies, is to define or redefine or reimagine Star Wars for a whole new generation. You know, so for all of us who are purists, who are really wanting them to stay true to what Star Wars has always been, we're actually irrelevant to them, because clearly they're trying to start something new. Because if they do this Solo thing as a trilogy, that means that Alden Ehrenreich would have been playing Han Solo for 3 movies, which will be as many as Harrison Ford did, you know, back in the day, you know, before this new so-called trilogy, you know, The Force Awakens and all that stuff, you know. So for all of the little kids now, you know, like my son who's 9 years old, he'll be 10 in September, you know, for all these kids now, this is Han Solo, you know, and they'll look back at this time, and that'll be their Han Solo, you know, for this generation. It'll almost be like the James Bond movies, you know, where I know when I was growing up, you know, James Bond was Roger Moore, and, you know, I think it was Timothy Dalton who came after him for a little while, you know, and it wasn't until later on when I discovered Sean Connery, who, by the way, is the best 007. You know, but when I was a kid, 007 was clearly Roger Moore. That's the only one that I knew. Like, you know, that's the one that, you know, my parents, I went with them to the movies to see. You know, but then later on when I found out about Sean Connery, I'm like, oh shit, this is James Bond. You know, so I think the kids of today are going to have a similar dynamic. You know, this is going to be their Han Solo, you know, and then later on, when they look back at Harrison Ford, they're going to see what Han Solo was imagined to be, you know what I mean? Rather than what they were given in their generation. So if they're going to do a trilogy, that's what we're facing. Whether we old heads like it or not, that's the direction that they're moving in. And like I said before, my choice is clear about how much I get into this new Han Solo thing. I'm not saying that the movie is going to be trash. I'm just saying that I don't like the way they transitioned. And I'm going to send a clear message to Disney when the movie releases, because Big Mark will not be in attendance. I just won't. You know, for all the people who are saying, oh, you know, you got to see it, it's Star Wars. I understand that. You know, all of us are kind of addicted, you know, to Star Wars. All of our hearts get pumping, you know, when we hear that iconic theme and everything. But at the same time, listen, there's got to be standards. You know what I mean? And I believe very strongly in that. So there you have it, man. You know, the Solo saga, the Star Wars story, a trilogy, you know, or at least he signed on for 2 more. It doesn't mean they're going to make them. You know, I guess it depends on how well this one performs. But that's the news for today, man. Anyway, let me get moving, man. I got some things to do. I think I'm going to go into Starbucks and not buy anything and sit around and see how long it takes for somebody to call the cops and have me drug out in handcuffs. That sounds like fun. I'll keep you posted. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. I'm up out of here. Catch you on the next one. Rock on.